human rights of our children in Philippines. So here we are going to see about the what are human rights, why do children's rights matter, what is the UN Convention of the Rights of the Child, what laws protect and promote the right of the Filipino children, and how do we apply the UNCRC to hospitalized children. Let us see about the human rights. Rights which are essential to live as the human beings, standards that recognize and protect the human dignity, govern how individual human beings live in society and with each other, their relationship with the state and the obligations of the state towards them. In using the right, individuals have the responsibility to respect the rights of others. In principles of the human rights, the core principles like universality, inalienability, individuality, indivisibility, interdependence and interrelatedness, equality and non-discrimination, participation and inclusion, accountability and the rule of law. The importance of the children's rights. The children, they are individuals. They start life as totally dependent beings. The actions or inactions of the government impact the children more strongly than any other group in the society. Children's views should be heard of and considered with regards to issues that all affect them. Many changes in the society are having a disproportionate and often negative impact on the children. The healthy development of the children is crucial to the future well-being of any society. The cost to the society of failing its children are huge. UNCRC, the United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child, is a legally binding international agreement setting out the civil, political, economic, social and cultural rights of every child, regardless of the faith, religion or abilities. Adopted by the UN in November 1989, the most widely ratified international instrument signed by the 96 UN member states, only the United States has not ratified to date. All countries that sign up to the UNCRC are bound by the international law to ensure it is implemented, monitored by the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child. Comprised of 54 articles, 40 articles provide the guiding principle and the rights of the children. History of the UNCRC and the children's rights. Very first declaration of the child rights was written by the Eglantine Jeba, founder of the Save the Children. League of Nations adopts the Geneva Declaration on the Rights of the Child in 1923 to 1924. In 1946, the UN General Assembly establishes the International Children's Emergency Fund (UNICEF). In 1948, the UN General Assembly passes the Universal Declaration of the Human Rights. In 1959, the UN General Assembly adopts the Declaration of the Rights of the Child. In 1989, the Convention on the Rights of the Child is adopted by the UN General Assembly. In 2000, the additional protocols ask the government to ensure the children who is lesser than 80 years are not forcibly recruited into the armed force. States to prohibit the child prostitution and the child pornography and the sale of the children into the slavery should be avoided. In 2011, the additional protocol, like a third one, enables the children whose rights have been violated to complain directly to the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child. Have established fundamental rights under the UNCRC. The governments are required to acknowledge these fundamental rights of the child, like life, survival and development, protection from violence, abuse or neglect, and education that enables the children to fulfill their potential, be raised by or have a relationship with their parents, express their opinion and be listened to. 4 categories of the children's right. One is survival. This gives a provision of basic needs, food and nutrition, health and shelter. Protection rights like protection from all forms of harm and exploitation. Participation rights like participate as an active agent in their own lives and in society. Development rights like to have the opportunities to lead a stable, rewarding life and achieve their fullest potential. Definition for child. Everyone under the 18 years of age has all the rights in this convention. No discrimination, like the convention applies to everyone whatever their race, religion, abilities, whatever they think or say, whatever the type of family they come from. Best interest of the child or organization should be concerned with the children should work towards what is best for each child. making rights real. Government should make these rights available to children. Family guidance as children develop. Governments should respect the rights and responsibilities of family to guide their children so that as they grow up, they learn to use their rights properly. Life, survival, and development. Children have the right to live a full life. Government should ensure that children survive and develop the healthy. Name and nationality. Children have the right to be legally register the name and nationality. Children also have the right to know their parents and as far as possible to be cared for by them. Identity. Government should respect the children's right to a name, a nationality, and the family ties. Keeping the families together. Children should not be separated from their parents unless it is for their own good. Children whose parents are separated have the right to stay in contact with both parents unless this might harm the child. Contact with parents across the countries. Families who live in the different countries should be allowed to move between those countries so that the parents and children can stay in contact or get back as together as a family. Protection from kidnapping. Government should take the steps to stop children being taken out of their own country illegally. Respect for children's will. Children have the right to say what they think should happen when adults are making the decision that affect them, to have their own opinions taken into the account. Sharing the thoughts freely. Children should have the right to get and to share the information as long as the information is not damaging to them or to others. Freedom of thought and religion. Children have the right to think and believe what they want and they have the right to practice their religion as long as they are not stopping the people from enjoying their rights. So people and parents should guide the children on these matters. Children have the right to meet with other children and young people and to join the groups and organizations as long as this does not stop other people from enjoying their rights. Children have the right to privacy. The law should protect them from attacks against their way of life, their good name, their family, and their home. Children have the right to reliable the information from the media. Mass media such as television, radio, and newspaper should provide the information the children can understand and should not promote the materials that could harm the children. Both parents share the responsibility for bringing up the children and should always consider what is best for each child. Government should help the parents by providing the services to support them, especially if both parents work. Children should ensure that the children are properly cared for and protect them from the violence and abuse and neglect by the parents or anyone else who looks after them. Children who cannot be looked after by the own family must be looked after properly by the people who respect the religion, culture, and language. When children are adopted, the first concern must be what is best for them. The same rules should apply whether the children are adopted in the country of their birth or if they are taken in to live in the other country. Children who come into the country as the refugees should have the same rights as children who born in that country. Children who have any kind of a disability should receive the special care and support. Children have the right to good quality health care, clean water and nutritious food and a clean environment. Children who are looked after by the local authority rather than the parents should have the situation reviewed regularly. The government should provide extra money for the children of the families in need. Children have the right of Children have the right to a standard of living that is good enough to meet the physical and the mental needs. The government should help the families who cannot afford to provide this. Children have the right to an education. Discipline in the schools should respect the children's human dignity and the primary education should be free. The wealthier countries should help the poorer countries to achieve this. Education should help develop each child's personality and talent to fulfill it and respect their parents, their cultures, and other cultures of their families. Children have the right to learn and use the language and customs of their families. Children have the right to relax, play, and to join in the wide range of leisure activities. Government should protect the children from work that is dangerous or that might harm their health and education. Government should provide the ways of protecting the children from the dangerous drugs. Government should protect the children from the sexual abuse and they should make sure the children are not abducted or sold. Children should be protected from any activities that harm their development. Children who break the law should not be treated cruelly. They should not be put in a prison with adults and should be able to keep in contact with their families. Government should not allow the children under the 15 to join in the army. Who have been neglected or abused should receive the special help to restore their self-respect. Who are accused of breaking the law should receive the legal help. If the laws of the particular country protect the children better than the articles of the convention, then those laws should override the conventions too. Government should make the convention known to all the parents and children. Article 43 to 54 are about how adults and governments, including the UN and UNICEF, should work together to make sure that all the children get to enjoy all the rights. Children's right in Philippines. The important highlights like PD number 603, the Child and the Youth Welfare Code, UN Convention on Children's Rights or ratified in 1990, RA 7610. This is a special protection of children against abuse, exploitation and discrimination. RA 8370, Children's Television Act. RA 9208, Anti-Trafficking of the Persons Act. RA 9231, Elimination of the Worst Form of Child Labor Act. RA 9262, Anti-Violence Against Women and the Children Act. RA 9344, Juvenile Justice and the Welfare Act. RA 9775, Anti-Child Pornography Act. RA 11648, the Act raising the age of sexual consent. Rights of the Filipino child: right to be born well, right to the wholesome family life, right to well-rounded development of first personality, right to the basic needs for the healthy life, and the right to be a moral upbringing and right to education. These are the basic rights of the Filipino child according to the Article 3, the Child and the Youth Welfare Code by PD number 603.